Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Our television broadcast sponsor is Larson Hay.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And no, it's not Dr. Chaot this week. I know you're disappointed, but it's actually Dr. Lexi on Cal. Here she is.
We are here at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and we are visiting with Dr. Lexi on call. So being an intern and a veterinarian here at Peterson Smith is obviously a phenomenal experience, and I know that the internship program here is absolutely one of the best. Share a little bit of your experience being an intern here.
I think Peterson Smith is absolutely amazing. I came all the way from Louisiana to be here. The mentorship here is amazing, and that's really why I came here. For horses, of course, but I think the mentorship here is the primary factor of what makes Peterson Smith great. There are plenty of doctors here that do all different things. They all specialize in different things, and I'm able to learn from them, and I'm able to learn from great
people from the best, absolutely. Yeah. And how wonderful it is that, like you said, there are so many different areas that you can learn, everything from the advanced facility center to sports medicine and all the things in between. And how wonderful is that to have that opportunity to be with the best?
Absolutely.
No doubt.
And I actually did a lot in repro, and that's originally what I wanted to specialize in, but being here, I kind of fell in love with some other different things. Turns out I'm pretty good at radiographing, and turns out maybe I could do a little bit of lameness, so I'm happy to have that opportunity that I didn't just go for one thing. I get to be all around here.
I was going to say a well-rounded veterinarian really knows everything, because you don't know from patient to patient what you're going to come across, and so when you have an opportunity to learn it all from people who have been doing it for so long and who know so much, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, a day in the life of the intern, right, is really chaotic, I guess, if you could say in a word. And it's truly because, one, you might have an appointment where it's just vaccines, and the next appointment you're at an emergency and it's a choke or it's a laceration. Right. And so being able to see all those things in one day is incredible.
It really is. Are there any particular cases that you can tell us about that have really stuck out and really special to you, like big successes?
Yeah, well, so this one is kind of a little bit of a different story, but one of my first cases, I was trying to treat one of my clients with their donkey, and
people with donkeys, my goodness.
And listen, I feel like I'm attracting them. I'm attracting all of the donkeys, and it's an ongoing case, and it's something super rare, and even I've gotten Cornell involved, and, trying to figure out this case, and of course, I'm an intern, and I'm fresh out, and I'm trying to figure it out, and it's really nice. I have an amazing client that wants to do the best for her donkey, and I want to do the best for this donkey and this client. And so I think it's kind of cool to get that interaction of being able to communicate to them that I'm trying and they want to try. And I think that's the best thing about being on AMBO, is that I get to interact with these clients, and really I get to see their place and what other donkeys that they have or other horses, and get to hear about all their great stories and be a part of that.
So you're ambulatory all day, so you're going from place to place, barn to barn, horse to donkey, and and having all of these experiences, and even having a case like that where there's a lot more investigation involved is certainly interesting, and it's a great way to help you grow more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's not a success yet.
But it will be.
It's going to be a success, and that's because I'm going to make it. And also on top of that, going back to the mentorship, I've asked every associate in here, hey, have you heard this? I've had multiple associates, come and help me, come look in the pharmacy with me and say, hey, here's what I would do. And, getting the different perspectives is really nice, and helping me create my own perspective as well, because that's the goal of the internship, is having that mentorship, having something to fall back on, but you using yourself and your resources and your gut feelings.
It speaks volumes about the program here and about the opportunities and the mentorship. Are there any particular mentors here that you want to mention who have just, I know they're all wonderful, and I know they all want to help and guide, but is there anyone particular that you want to mention?
Yeah, absolutely. The younger veterinarians here, like Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Lopez, Dr. Stolesworth, and Dr. Ryan, they really take us under their wing and feel responsible for us and want us to do amazing things. I have texted all of them, sometimes at the same time, asking a question, and I always get a response. They're busy people, but I eventually get a response, and they're more than willing to talk to me about it, talk through it. They say, hey, how's that case going? And that's really, really
Follow
nice
up.
to have.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so nice to have that.
Teamwork, right?
Yes, the collaboration here is unmatched. Unmatched.
Wonderful. Well, we're so glad you're here. You're certainly with the best. Any last things that you would like to add to the internship program? Definitely, it's something everybody that wants to go out into the world, there's no better place in the horse capital of the world than Peterson-Smith Equine Hospital, right?
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. I think the biggest thing is the misconception with interns. We are full doctors. I graduated from Oklahoma State in May of 2025, and we are full-fledged
You're
doctors.
doctors. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a big misconception because intern gets thrown around a lot, but any intern you see from Peterson-Smith is a full-fledged doctor. If you want to look up our boards, you are more than welcome to. But that's kind of one big misconception that I really want to address, that we are doctors and we chose mentorship instead of going straight into practice.
And that makes so much sense because you will be so much better throughout your entire career. The fact that you have been mentored by the best and can learn so much from that group of doctors as a team before you go on your own, which makes you so much more. And then perhaps you won't. Maybe you'll stay.
Maybe so. Who knows? Let's see where the wind takes me, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us. Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the CEP's Equine Initiative, talking about an incredible internship program for all graduating veterinarians right here in the horse capital.
Peterson-Smith has a great internship program, and I love how Dr. Lexi is so incredibly passionate about everything she does. It's pretty neat, and it was wonderful to hear from her. What a great experience it really is to have that opportunity. So on that, let's switch up to none other than, guess what? Buck Brannaman. So just this past weekend, thanks so much to Nathan Greiner, who I reached out to as soon as I heard that the one and only Buck Brannaman was going to be in the Ocala area doing a clinic at the Florida Horse Park, and asked Nathan if he could organize us to meet up with Buck again and do an interview. And it was awesome. He's the Horse Whisperer guy. A huge part in the Horse Whisperer movie that Robert Redford was in, and probably the most renowned horsemanship guy in the world, wouldn't you say?
Yes, ma'am.
And he even makes you relax. He does. He has this way. And
what does that mean? I'm always relaxed.
He does, though, and it's amazing because you think if you're going to sit down with somebody as well renowned as Buck Brannaman, that you're going to be just kind of on pins and needles.
What I like about him is his genuine answers. Like, he's not trying to make you feel better or anything. This is how I think, this is how I feel, and this is what I do. And, and he brings the cold weather with him. So
I know, he said that.
We have to have him come in August.
I know. He said every time I come here it's cold, and I thought, yes, last time it was cold too. Remember, we were all bundled up then as well. Well, the good news is that in the next few weeks, we will have that all edited up and ready to be aired, and we'll air it on all of the outlets, so you'll get to hear a little bit from Buck. And he is very candid and very, very real in his answers, and just a great guy to learn from. Next time he has a clinic here, if you can get signed up for that, or if you can get on the Buck channel or get some of his tools, everything he teaches is great. And whenever I sit down with him, I go, and I just feel so relaxed. It must be the effect that he has on horses. And you actually watched something on Saturday where you actually saw him relax a horse.
Yes, ma'am. It was very interesting to see him get that horse relaxed and help the lady to understand something that other people in the horse industry would say what she was doing is right. And he basically said, no, they're lying to you. So he showed why it was a lie. So it was very interesting.
Well, quick run through in this last 20 seconds of this segment. Great show lineup. We have April Lauren here with us. Going to talk a little endurance. We have Bob Haight here from United Way. Going to talk a little children's charity classic. And Jackson Wagner's here with us. We're going to talk a little more about mounted games and share some other exciting competition they had at the Florida Horse Park with you too. So Stay with us on the Horse Talk Show. We'll be right back.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Hello, I'm Pat Myers, owner of Pat Myers Electric, a family-owned and operated business. My wife Sarah and I are horse owners ourselves and know what matters most to a farm owner, with the safety of their horses being of utmost importance to us. Pat Myers Electric can light up your arena and make sure your horse's barn is safe and protected. Pat Myers Electric is the horseman's choice. Discover more at patmyerselectric.com.
Veteran-owned Wide Automotive, that's WEIDE, is a beacon of automotive excellence in Ocala. Founded on integrity and expertise with unwavering dedication in all operations, we seek to forge lasting relationships with our clients. Whether you have one vehicle or a fleet, we pledge our best effort in quality service. From repairs, diagnostics, tire repair and replacement, diesel engine work, horse trailers, car batteries, wheel alignments, fuel systems, and more. Discover more at wideautomotive.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second segment of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Danson Pete Rhoda.
And we have my friend April Lauren here in the studio with us. I'm not pronouncing your last name.
Yeah, Borovskaya.
I would have messed that up so bad. Borovskaya. How's that?
You did it.
I
You
did
did it.
Because
an
I
English
did it
accent.
straight after.
You did a Russian name with an English accent.
Well, what's very cool about all of this is her husband is English.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I just met her husband yesterday. What a lovely chap. And her daughter.
Yes, he's been coerced into the horse experience. So, but he's liking it now.
He's liking it. Does he ride with you?
On occasion, but he is more of like the chicken wrangler. We'll call him that. So he's very good with the chickens.
Oh yes, there were chickens yesterday at your beautiful house.
Yes.
Yes.
So I mean, they've cornered us into it, but that's his thing. He runs around with them. He doesn't really ride as much, but he does come to the endurance rides and to the distance rides and supports when he can. So it's nice. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit, first of all, and we've had Heather and Jeremy Reynolds in here, of course, who you've ridden with multiple times, talking to us about endurance, and obviously they've sort of reached the pinnacle of the best, which is so great, and they're such a wonderful example for people who are obviously going to get there too one day, and you are more than on your way.
Yes.
Doing your competitions that you're doing with eventual goals for the Tevis Cup one day. So yesterday I came to visit. I met you, the chickens, the family, and got to go for a ride with you.
Yeah, that was wonderful. And Heather and Jeremy are amazing as well. I had a chance to crew for them at Tevis this past year. They operate like a very well-oiled machine. I think in preparation for a ride like that, you have to go and experience it on the ground. And then yesterday, because everything is about preparation, is honestly where you start in endurance. And I know Heather has said this on the show as well. You've got to start with the basics. So you cannot get on a horse and gallop off into the sunset and think that you're going to do a 10 or 15 mile training ride. It starts with 5 miles, and it starts with humor and understanding that yes, my halflinger pony is going to think that she can cut off Bobo, and yes, Bobo's going to think he can cut the halflinger off from everybody else, and just understanding your horse, before you start adding speed to it or before you start adding pressure to it. So this is actually with a good friend of mine, Diane Rowley, and we were in Indiana at this ride in the mountains. And this is an example of a night ride as well. So we'll do rides that actually start at 5 p.m. and run till about 11 or 12 p.m. Sometimes.
Oh my gosh! So
you got a headlamp,
pitch black with a headlamp on.
and it's so nice. And
bears and lions.
and
not in Indiana.
Yes, in Indiana.
Yeah. There have been moments where, you know, you're looking around with a headlamp. There's a ride that's in Broxton, South Carolina, and you go along the trail and there are some divots on both sides and you kind of peek over and your headlamp picks up on two eyes looking at you and you go, I think I'll just keep looking straight.
Keep going. Keep marching on. Now, yesterday, even though it was a little cool, I noticed that you did some interesting prep things because you wanted me to see what it would be like to go on a real endurance ride. So you started prepping some food in buckets.
Yes.
You started getting some beet pulp ready.
Yep.
Tell us about that, and let's talk as well a little bit about your feeding program. I was in your feed room with you and got to see some of what you feed, and tell us about that and why.
Yeah, so I'm a very loyal Seminole person to start with. But what we prepared was kind of the porridge, I guess you can call it. So some nice beet pulp with molasses, stabilized rice bran, crimped oats, and then we go ahead right before we head out on trail. We were going to do about an hour ride, so went ahead and soaked it and got it nice and wet, and mix it all up. Put a little bit of Redmond rock salt, and what's going to happen?
I love Redmond rock salt. I think I told you that yesterday.
It really makes a difference. And what we talked about too was a horse, just like a human, you and I don't drink enough water on our own.
We don't.
And so the Redmond rock salt does a really good job of giving the horse the correct amount of salt that is required to make water palatable, make them want to drink. And so that's exactly, put a handful or the measuring cup of Redmond rock salt in breakfast and in lunch. And honestly, my horses drink water.
I use
like
it
you
twice a day. Faithfully goes in everybody's. I shout out for Redmond. I love their products.
Yes.
So their salt is fantastic.
So when you're racing, this is when you get your break at the vet check and you need to feed your horse something.
Yeah.
Is that what? So this is, you have all this prepped for your whole 50 miles or 100 miles or whatever you're doing.
Absolutely. So we start a couple days leading up to it. So we'll do something called pre-ride and electrolyting ahead of the ride. And then when we actually get out on trail, the game is still about eating. So get your horse to eat grass, stop, eat grass along the way.
Yes, we did that along the ride yesterday. We stopped and let them. Well, actually, Bobo likes Spanish moss.
Yes, very much so.
It's good for them.
Yeah, so we actually stopped for
works.
some snacks, didn't we, on the way?
Yeah, and the reason is they're trotting along, so you want to keep whatever you can in the stomach to continue to line and protect the gut and the hind gut as well. Then we'll come up to our first hold, and it's buffet time. And this is how horses really start to love the sport, because what other event do you go, guess what, I need you to eat everything, and you really do just put it all in front of them. So we'll put the mash in front of them, we'll put alfalfa, peanut, coastal, anything that's going to entice that horse to eat, and they can go at it. The goal is to encourage gut sounds, because during your vet inspection, and Jenna had this experience too, we're looking for that, and the judges are looking for that, and the vets are looking for that. If they don't hear gut sounds, you don't get to continue, you're pulled. So yeah.
That is cool.
Yep. Or
That's
you could be called back for a recheck. So yeah.
And it's like an athlete. I mean, if you're running a marathon, they're drinking their electrolytes and their energy drinks and the things that are going to keep them energized throughout the whole race.
Yes, absolutely. So we break one of the biggest breakthroughs for people coming into this, because they've been trained, especially in horse showing, and I've noticed this, I grew up showing Arabian horses, was when they're done showing, put him in the stall, don't let him eat hay yet, or he needs to wait to drink. And
that's
wrong.
Exactly how I was raised also. Same exact way.
And we're like, wow, he wants to drink water, give him all the water he wants, give him all the food he wants, give him the schlop. And I mean, Bobo didn't want to eat once, and I had another friend, I had never tried peanut hay. Put some peanut hay in front of him, and he just devoured it. Anything to keep the gut moving and keep the horse motivated.
That is awesome. And yes, they sure did enjoy that slop.
Oh, yeah.
Really enjoyed that slop.
It got all over your
after
helmet.
the ride, they were just facing it. Got it all over my helmet. Got it all over the horse trailer.
Yeah.
But you're right, I grew up with that too. I grew up with that exact same. That's a helmet smothered in slop.
What are those things I got you with the fruit and it has the nuts and Isaiah bowl? What is it called?
Oh, yes.
That's what they're having.
That's what they're having.
You should get them to sponsor it.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Some buckets that say.
They knew it too. They knew it was coming.
Oh,
when we were
yeah.
done, they were like looking, okay, where's the food? And shout out to Elaine Lemieux also,
Yes.
and her husband Guy for having us there yesterday. It was lovely to be able to ride out of somebody's property onto the greenway.
You're getting ready for a ride, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I got to do 80 miles in like 5 days or something.
She'll
I
be
better
warmed
get
up.
ready.
You'll be warmed up. You're going to be ready to go. It'd be a piece of cake after
I
that.
know. I love riding all these horses.
You
I'm
better
riding
ask
my-
her saddle sores, what's the best thing for it?
There you go. I do need to know about saddle sores.
Yeah. Well, for ladies, I recommend their specialized undies, but I would say some monkey butt always goes a long way.
Shout out for monkey butt.
That's your new nickname.
A whole lot of two-pointing.
Yes,
So,
yes, absolutely. Well, we've got to be getting close to break time, but the good news is we are coming right back with April for another segment, so stay with us on the Horse Talk Show.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934, manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen. With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of north central Florida. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this emotionally delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most. For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have April with us still. We're talking a little endurance, and as I mentioned in the prior segment, we have had Heather and Jeremy Reynolds, who won the Tevis Cup. Actually, together, holding hands, across the finish line, and you were there.
It was beautiful. It was such a cool moment, and they're such an incredible pair, and they partner so well with their horses, and they work so hard, and they are scientific. I mean, they're an incredible team to watch and to be a part of. So.
How wonderful for you to be able to be there to help, so you could actually see it before you go do it yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're hoping for 2027. This year's goal is just FEI. Yeah.
Cool, good stuff. So yesterday I rode Bobo. Tell us about Bobo. That was a lovely ride.
Great.
Lovely little ears.
Yes.
Much smaller ears than I'm used to seeing. And you on your gorgeous little halfling and Elaine.
Yes.
On her horse.
Oh.
And just a lovely... We're so blessed to live in Ocala, Florida, by the way.
We're
The
this-
horse capital of the world, with the trails that we have that we can ride on. And the lovely new trail they've cut through there at the Florida Horse Park.
Yeah.
6 months or whatever it is. Through the woods there was beautiful.
Yeah, I have to say the Florida Horse Park does so much for Ocala's equestrian community.
They really do.
And they just deserve like the gold star. Honestly,
Jason,
they do
shout
so
out
much.
if you're watching. You do an amazing job. I was just talking about him yesterday, wasn't I?
Yes.
Saying what a great guy he is.
It's like riding through the horse park is when you're a kid, and I'm young enough to say this, but when you're a kid and you're horse crazy, we used to play these video games on the computer, and you just get on your horse and gallop off into the sunset and ride through these fairy tale hills, and that's what we were doing yesterday.
I know.
We were riding through paths and through hills and the cross country field at the horse park, and it was
It's
really
not
fun.
real, isn't
It's
it?
just
At times
not.
you think how we could be so.
Where else? Where else? I mean, other than the UK, which is equally spectacular, but I mean the horse park is so good to us. But yeah, I'm glad you got to ride Bobo, because
So I thought I was riding the halfling, and when I got there,
you got to ride the real
April
one.
said, no, you got to ride the real one. So I ended up riding Bobo, and he was so fun. And what was really funny, so this was hilarious, and I wish I had got this on the GoPro, but this was so funny that when we got to the end of the trail, I was in the lead, and when we got to the end of the trail, I thought we were going right, so I was going towards the right, and then either you or Elaine said, no, left. That horse stopped dead and went left.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa, we're going left. He knew, didn't he?
So what breed is Bobo?
Yeah, so he's half Arabian, and the other half is Dutch harness and saddlebred. Bogatyr, which is Russian for these, they used to be these warriors that would go out and travel and explore and conquer. So that's how he got his name.
What a great name.
But yes, I've had Bobo since he was 3.5, 4 years old. He wanted to kill me at the start.
Oh, joy.
And he didn't want to go forward. And so we pointed him down 25 miles after he was fit enough and said, you kind of only have one direction you can go. And so by about mile 5, he realized it was in spring and everything was out there and the grass that he loves was out. We were just going down trail, and he'd realize that, oh, this is like a buffet. So I get to stop and eat and go a little further, and hey, look, there's a horse on the horizon, and I can walk for a little bit. And ultimately we did he is national champion CTR horse. He was top 3 distance in the limited distance division in the country in 2024.
Wow.
We drove 22,000 miles in 2024, and he did 27 individual rides. So he was seen by a vet about 100 times. And he's just, I was camping in the back of my truck next to my horse for weeks on the side of a mountain and in the Shenandoah Valley. He is an incredible animal.
You need to take notes, because you're going to be in the tent.
I know.
On the ground.
Maybe you can give me some good tips.
Oh, yeah.
And then tell us about Cedra, because that's...
Yes. So Cedra has been around the Southeast Distance Riders Association. We do rides all across the Southeast region, Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, and we're an awesome group of, we have a great president that just puts these rides on and ride every distance from, we have a 5-mile clinic coming up this weekend, all the way up to the 100 miles. And this weekend is actually the 3-day 100, which Heather will be at as well, and I think Jeremy as well. And it's just a great organization, very welcoming community as well, full of mentors. So endurance is amateur driven, not trainer driven. So This is a place where amateur independent owners come, and we'll partner you with a mentor that knows what they're doing to help you get through this.
Nice.
But the goal is to set you free. So, yeah.
So you get to learn from people who are seasoned.
Yeah.
And then, and I love how particular they are about the health of the horse.
Yes.
For me, that's priceless.
Yes.
Because in some countries of the world, endurance has been questioned, and the safety and the well-being of the horse is always of utmost importance. And I love how you're not allowed to go on, and how they stop and they eat and they drink and they get to relax, and their heart rate has to be at a certain place to go again, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you're absolutely right. In Europe, there is, Europe and more of the Middle East is where you hear those 800 horse rides that are being put on, with about 100 of them owned by the sheik or things like this. This is not even the same ball game that we're playing here. This is these ladies going down trail, fun, finishing, drinking a glass of wine together.
That's really competitive.
You know,
having a blast, right?
Yeah, and you wouldn't know it, but there's a shot in here too of Heather and Jeremy just moseying along, because that is parts of the trail are just, wow, look at this spectacular place that I'm in with my best friend.
Amazing, aren't they?
So yeah, there they are right there. Actually, that's crossing the bridge at the land bridge trailhead too. So
amazing.
Yeah.
It's an incredible sport.
Yeah,
it really is. It's a lot of fun. I think people really can relax and enjoy it, and then they also can have the competitive edge as well.
Yeah.
To want to win.
Absolutely.
But you have to win it right. So you have to win it right for the horse.
Yep, absolutely. And there's humor involved. We've had, we all have situations that, you just really have to laugh at. I had a good friend of mine, her vest, there was about 6 Arabs sitting at a watering station on a hold, and she forgot. It was her first ride, and she had her, those vests that if you detach, and she said, "April, I'm fine. I've practiced." And so it's all Arabs are sitting at the water, and she did not detach, and she got off, and all you heard was boom, and all of those Arabs just dropped. And then the worst part was that she then got a whole verbal howling by this woman, but at this point she's inflated, so she's just taking
probably can't breathe for a minute.
That's so funny. Every time I get off that big Belgian, I think, unclip. It's easy to forget.
Yeah.
We have some goodies for you.
Oh, thank you.
Pete has some goodies. We have a Piranha bag full of lovely little sample bottles that you can carry around.
Oh, awesome.
And amazing KWell USA products. I'll tell you more about those. Awesome. They are all natural.
Yes.
And absolutely amazing products. I've loved using the hoof paste, the red repel, which is great for wounds. Keeps the flies away and treats the wound, which is great. Wonderful products.
Awesome.
So you'll love those. Our ride yesterday was wonderful. You took some great photos. Thank you so much for sharing your lovely horses. And you have a couple more out there. You have a young one that Jen has been working with.
Yes, that's one of our boarders. And my husband will be hearing this on Saturday. So I will tell you now, I'm getting a horse tomorrow. So...
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
As long as he knows.
He'll know.
He'll know on Saturday.
He'll know on Saturday.
Saturday when he arrives. But your place is beautiful.
Oh,
the chickens were so sweet. They came up to welcome, and it was just a lovely experience. I'd love to come again. And
always welcome.
I think I said to you, I'd really like to see if my Belgian buddy would do some endurance. It'd be really fun. I bet he could do at least a 10.
Yeah.
We do 7 when we go out with Misty Morning Hounds. I'm sure that he could do 10.
Yeah. Lots of water, lots of hydration.
That's right.
Do it.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you again for
Thank
such
you
a
for having
lovely
me.
ride.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We'll be right back. We're going to talk a little children's charity classic in the next segment. Stay with us.
Leave the engines behind and saddle up for an unforgettable experience on horseback with African Horse Safaris.
Hello, I'm Pat Myers, owner of Pat Myers Electric, a family-owned and operated business founded on both trust and integrity. From new installations to repairs and emergencies, Pat Myers Electric's team of professionals can handle it all. Pat Myers Electric, for all your current needs. Discover more at patmyerselectric.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's south. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Hay. They are our broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have a very special guest again here with us in the studio who was on the show with us last year, and that's Bob Haight from United Way.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh, yeah.
We have a lot to talk about compared to last year.
I know.
Last year we had a vision and an idea, and now we're into our second annual Children's Charity Classic.
Well, hats off to you last year for an event that, in its first year, I think it might be one of the most successful inaugural events I've ever been to in my life.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Truly
we couldn't do it without our partners at HITS. Vinny is great to work with. I think HITS thought it was so successful. The United Way in northern New York did a very similar show with HITS last year. So they did 2 United Way shows, but it all started right here.
So for our viewers that don't know a lot about United Way, tell us a little bit about what that is and what that does here in our community.
So all the dollars that we raise stay right here in Marion County, and that's true with United Ways throughout the country. So even our folks in New York that did a show with HITS, the dollars raised stay in that community. We generally focus on youth opportunity. So in our community, it's around early literacy, STEM. Unfortunately, in many communities, our children are reading behind grade level. So how as a community can we help with that? We have a program called Reading Pals, where we have volunteers who read with children every week at the kindergarten level, because we know our data shows that children have to read or learn to read up to 3rd grade. After 3rd grade, you read to learn. So if you haven't mastered early literacy, you're going to struggle all the way through school. That's something we can achieve. It's interesting to see how the children adopt the mentor and look forward to it. The other part of it, every week the child receives a new book, and it helps the children then build a library to work with their parents or whomever's in their home on early literacy. We do a lot of work around financial stability. Probably one of our more successful programs, we're working on generational poverty. And why we say it's generational poverty, the parents are in classes for 15 weeks, but the children attend. They're part of the process. We also work in the space of health. So you and I were talking about our friend Dr. Willis a minute ago.
Shout out for Dr. David Willis.
He's on our health committee that really helps us with how do we become a healthy community. We view that education, financial stability, and health, those are the 3 building blocks for a successful life.
That's so true.
And so we try to work with partners throughout the county, the city, Marion County, different partner agencies. How can we make a meaningful difference in our community? We are a community of wealth, but we're also a community of immense need. 52% of our population is what I would call Alice. And we all know Alice, but we don't know that we know Alice. Alice is asset limited, income constrained, employed. So these are people that are working hard every day, but rent is high, childcare is high, they're struggling to meet those basic needs. As a community, how can we help them?
Yeah,
That's what
because
we're
they're
trying to
taking
do.
the step to get a job.
Right.
Yep. So that's why we partner
The
with the CEP, others. I think the success in that program, our families receive coaching, a success coach. So probably just like in the equine community, coaching is so important.
Yeah.
That we work with those families every week and sustain it for a full year. So the skills that they're learning on their credit score or how they improve their employment, they're continuing working with a success coach. So many times in that work or that space, we call it case management. Many of our families have had poor experiences with case management. And as soon as they hear that word, they kind of tune it out. When they hear success coach, this is somebody who's helping
That
you to be
sounds
successful.
great,
It
doesn't
just
it?
has
Yes.
from the very start, a very different
It
tone.
lets you know the goal.
Right.
Right. The goal is success,
Yeah.
which I think that's phenomenal.
So when we looked at the data in our community, so many of our children in this community are living in poverty or in Alice families. And so that's why we launched the Children's Charity Classic. How do we blend the equine community with the needs in our community of our children and agencies that are working in the community with our children and our families?
Well, I love that because part of my job at the Chamber, at the CEP, is to bring the equine world, non-equine world together. So seeing this come together for the first time last year, this Children's Charity Classic at HIT, and shout out also to HCA, of course, Florida Healthcare for supporting, but just seeing those two worlds come together to help the community was fantastic. And the pairing was so fun. And I think just the whole event was
So we have a pairing party
phenomenal.
coming up on Thursday,
That's
and we
right.
call it a pairing party. We have local celebrities, so maybe the mayor, maybe the sheriff, others that are coming together, and we'll randomly pair the equine team with one of the charities. The team has already selected the children's game that they're going to be representing this year. So Team Monopoly will raise, their horse will be dressed Team Monopoly. We'll have, last year it was children's books.
Yeah.
And so we had everything from Harry Potter to Pippi Longstocking. The riders had so much fun with their horses. One of the things
we love putting horses in costumes.
Yeah. And one of the things
Pete will roll his eyes at that, but we love it. It's so fun.
My horse in costume.
When we theme it, though, one of the things that's really critical is the teams get to pick their children's game. So they know their horse, they know their experience, what they want to have. And so that's the first part of it. Really coming up with the theme, and then each of the teams. So we have an amateur, junior, and professional riders riding in teams. One of the things we learned last year, a large part of our audience is not from the equine community. So we didn't know how the scoring was happening. And so one of the improvements we're going to make this year, there's going to be a segment break between each of the teams. Who's in first place, why they're in first place. So even kind of educating the community
that's a
about
great
how
idea.
even the scoring works. And just a huge shout out to the folks at HITS. Vinnie Carr does a great job working
does.
with all the teams for us. And last year we were able to put $100,000 back into children's charities right here in Marion County because of the event. And it creates awareness. So we'll have an agency village. So as our guests come, they'll get the chance to experience what each of the agencies are doing. And this year, we are trying to make more of an emphasis. Let's get the general public out. Last year was tough. It was really cold.
Yes.
It was really cold. So this year, if the public wants to attend, children under 12 are free. It's a $10 suggested admission for adults. But there'll be face painting. E1 is one of our sponsors, so they'll have a fire truck out there. So we're trying to create an event where children will and their families really enjoy the show. And it is a show. The riders are competing. It's an actual competition, but geared towards children's charities.
So we're looking to double the numbers each year.
Come on, folks.
Yeah.
February 20th.
February 20th, the event.
At HITS.
At HITS.
What time does it start?
Gates are going to open at 4:30.
4:30.
Competition probably around 6 o'clock. The other thing
Tickets are very reasonable, so worth it.
I think it really is for children that have not experienced something like that to be around the horses. You're that close to the show,
to the excitement
of it.
Learn about it and have fun costumes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bob, I want to thank you so much. Thank United Way, everything you do, putting this together. So successful last year. I can only see this growing every year, and it's stupendous.
So I just want to give a shout out to one of my team members, Nikki Tripodi. This was really Nikki's vision. I wanted to have something unique for Marion County. And she said, they have this event in Wellington. I'd love to do something like that here in Marion County. And I said, well, tell me more about it. But it was her vision that helped create this event.
Well done, Nikki. Well done, Bob. Thank you. You and your team for all you do. Check out more information. The Children's Charity Classic at HITS, Horse Shows in the Sun, in Ocala, February 20th. Get your tickets. Children under 12 are free. Make sure you're there. You'll have a blast and learn a lot. We'll be right back on the Horse Talk Show.
Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health, in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have Jackson Wagner in the studio with us.
No, it's the
Jackson Wagner.
I'm so glad to be back.
Yes. So last week
It was a big week.
It was a big week. Last week was a big week. I think I saw 500 or 600 people from between Monday and Friday last week. But we had our chamber here in Ocala. We are the only chamber in the world that we know of that has an equine initiative. And we had our equine initiative meeting at Old Pear Tree Farm. And it was the first time I showed up 30 minutes before the meeting and everything was done. I just arrived and I was like, everything's done. I've got nothing to do. It was so nice.
Darn.
And the food. Oh, The food.
It was a
Steak and ale pie and sticky toffee pudding.
I had to pull at
thought you were in
the
England.
British heartstrings.
It worked.
It was a dream come true to cook for all of you guys and to tell you guys and show you guys about mounted games, because it's so hard to explain it in words, but just to show you guys was so much fun.
Oh, well, we really enjoyed it. And I'll tell you, as a little kid, I did gymkhana. Loads of it. Like everything you can think of. And I haven't seen anything like that since I was here until now. And I'm like, this is like gymkhana. That's so fun.
If you're listening, Dancing Pete's on the screen on Nestor the Halflinger. He's having a great time.
Yeah, they wouldn't give me a whole horse. They only gave me half.
We gave Pete
only
half a
half
horse.
But it really is. It's an exciting, challenging sport. And I think having a mixture of people there with us at the equine meeting, some horse people, some not, it's so interesting because if you're not a horse person, you get to see something that's really action-packed.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a horse person and you do other sports, you're like, wow, this looks like fun. And I think it's an example of something that if you want to try it, you don't have to be necessarily good at it, as you could see, because I did it.
I enjoyed the history lesson of where it came from.
Yes.
If you could repeat that.
Yes, so Mounted Games was started by Prince Philip in the late 50s, I believe, as a way to get the young kids who weren't as well off to be able to be in some kind of competition setting, without a fancy, expensive show pony. You can take any old pony and play Mounted Games, because it's the skill is more on you, what you're doing in the games, and it just took off from there. And I was so good to have Louisa and Dancing Pete out there giving it a try. And like Louisa said, it's a great spectator sport, even if you don't know anything about horses.
Oh, it really is. It was so fun. And that was only my second time. You guys let me have a try the Sunday before, so I wouldn't make a total fool of myself in front of all our chamber partners.
But I was okay. I did it once.
You did have a practice too. So the second time I did it, I enjoyed it much more than the first time. I think the first time I was overthinking, like, oh, I've got to make sure I do everything right.
There's a lot
the
of
second
things you
time it
gotta
was
do.
just like, let me go fast and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and what I enjoyed when I went to the Buck Brandeman Clinic was to see you guys doing it full speed, top competition, and most of you weren't getting off your horses like we had to. You guys were leaning down and grabbing stuff out of buckets.
Some acrobatic stunts going on. We had our first competition of the season. The winter season has kicked off here in Ocala. We've got 3 or 4 more coming up. Florida Horse Park was great.
Shout out again
big
to Jason.
shout out.
Big shout out to Jason and the Florida Horse Park for making that all
And so
happen.
serendipitous, the guests you've had on today, because April, was at the Florida Horse Park and she was trail riding and saw us there. And, she's an endurance rider, and our awesome coach Pam, who coaches all of us down here in Ocala, she got her start in endurance riding. And so...
what is it we say? We're 2 degrees of separation.
2 degrees.
But,
it used to be 5, but it's 2.
Yeah, Florida Horse Park was great because there was a bit of a mix-up with the scheduling, and there was a FEI driving show and the Buck Brandeman Clinic, and Florida Horse Park got us in there anyway and helped us have a great competition. And
they're great.
And I thought you guys were set up great in that one area. It was
in the Peterson Smith Arena, no less.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know, right?
So
That's great.
hopefully one day Mounted Games is so big that they're telling the FEI driving shows that there's no room for them. We've got a Mounted Games competition.
There you go.
So it's a sport. I mean, you competed for the USA twice, so it's a big deal sport. But it's not that many people that are participating yet. Is that right?
No, well, this was a great
growing,
turnout,
right?
for a Florida show. We had almost 70 entrants, which is big for a little pony show. And we're trying to grow the sport. We just want more and more people to come. We've had some new riders come, and this was their first show, and that was so much fun to help them out. So anybody that wants to come try it, come to Old Pear Tree Farm and try it. But it's great. We just want the sport to grow, and serendipitous as well with Bob talking about their event at HITS. HITS is hosting an international competition in October this year, so we're going to have Mounted Games riders from Australia and New Zealand and South Africa and Canada all meeting up, and you guys can come out and watch that at Hits.
And that's in October.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be back on to plug that again as well.
Absolutely, for sure, for real.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about the breed. I jokingly called the pony Pepper that I rode the Zorse, because it reminds me of a Zorse. It's a cute little pony. But talk to us about the breeds, because it doesn't matter, right? It can be just about anything,
I mean,
right?
I ride a half quarter horse, half German riding pony. She's a real Looney Tune. Pepper, the Zorse, you know, she's a rescue. We have no idea what she is, but she looks like she's about quarter zebra. And then,
Probably
you know,
Mustang.
Yeah, she's
zebra Mustang.
I just
she might be a
let me just
Mustang.
go on with my dream.
Okay,
She's a Zorse.
She thinks she's a Zorse.
It's a Zorse.
Never mind.
There's if you're watching, there's Zoe, my German riding pony, lunatic.
Bless her.
She is not a lunatic.
She's a very sweet
amazing.
girl. She's very lovely and forgiving of me and my mistakes.
So really, I mean, any horse or pony.
any breed. I mean, we've got Arabs and halflingers and quarter horses, and my old mare was half Trakehner. I mean, whatever you want.
What's the height limit? For
the height limit's 15.2, so anything under 15.2, bring it out there.
You've been doing this for 3 years.
Yep, just coming up on 3 years.
And that's when you learned to ride too.
This was how I got my start, you know.
You got thrown in the ocean and you swam.
You swam.
I tried to tread water. But it's been great. You know, it's a great sport to learn in, because, you know, it's pretty forgiving. Maybe not physically, but.
Well, what I thought was interesting, because the second time I did it, I was on a team with Aiden
And Francisco have
and
represented USA multiple times.
And Aiden's like top 5.
He's one of the best in the United States. He's really amazing.
But you guys treated me like a team member.
Yeah.
That you knew I didn't understand. Everybody gave me a piece, and Aiden had to ride my horse because his was lame.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to jump off and let him
Yeah, we were
go
all
on.
sharing ponies. Yeah, that happens
But
sometimes.
it was the teammanship, knowing I was the low man on the thing. But I had to win. You had to put me in there.
Yeah, you have to play as a team. That's what makes it so great. You know, we all love going out and competing, you know, whether you're a jumper or an eventer or whatever, and it's you and your horse are the team. But in mountain games, it's you and your horse and your friend and his horse and his friend and his horse, and the horses have to be good teammates. You know, the horses have to get along or learn to get along, and everybody has to give each other a little bit of grace and have patience with each other, and it's a real team equestrian sport.
I have to say, the second time I did it, I just really was just loving every minute. I was like, oh, this is...
Sounds like she might be hooked.
I might be. I was starting to wonder if that big Belgian could do it. No, he's too big.
He can do it. Come on.
I promise he's 15-2.
Yeah, he's 15-2. From the knee up.
Yeah.
Jackson, thank you so much. If you're in Ocala, it is Old Pear Tree Farm. If you're not in Ocala, it's worth coming. They have practice on Sunday afternoons at 2 o'clock, and everybody's welcome to come and give it a try. If you decide you want to do it again, it's very reasonable. You can bring your pony or small horse, and you will absolutely love it. Check it out, Old Pear Tree Farm. Thanks, Jackson, so much.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for the sticky toffee pudding.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was the best.
I'm trying to become a British chef.
You're brilliant. We'll be back on the Horse Talk Show. Stay with us.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
DNA D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen. With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of north central Florida. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this emotionally delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most. For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Hay, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete
And
Rhoda.
we are now taking you to Dancing Pete's Horsemanship Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship.
Okay, tip of the week is slow and right beats fast and wrong. And so many people want to learn a new sport like we were doing, you and I. And you got to go slow so you can go fast, because we were trying to get the things in the thing, we had to go
The
slow.
flags into the flag holders. And I learnt that lesson. This is a very good tip that I learnt, because I was just trying to do everything fast, because you feel like you've got to do it fast so you don't let your other team members down, but actually then you fly by something that you miss.
Yeah, I would thank Aiden for missing stuff, because it made me look good that I went slow and got it. So, but that's one of the tips that Pat Pirelli used to say it all the time, and Kate and Pirelli used to say, but nothing beats fast and right.
That's
so watching you guys do it on the games the other day was you guys were doing it fast and right a lot of times.
Yeah, that's mountain games in a nutshell. You know, it's better to get it right a little slower, and then you mess up, your teammates yelling at you, go back, fix it, this and that. But
I gotta say though, year-highing back as fast as you can, charging at somebody with something you have to hand off is kind of fun.
Yeah, well, you need to work on that. You're gonna impale somebody with your flag.
Yeah.
Oh, I do a better handoff?
Yes, Pete does a great handoff. He's
Good.
very conscientious of not killing somebody.
Speaking of that, no, let's not go there.
Okay.
If you own a horse, you probably own at least one dog. Maybe more, like me. Here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch. The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch. As you may or may not know, the county is overloaded with dogs that need homes. One way that you could help if you don't want to adopt a dog is to foster a dog. The plus about fostering a dog is most rescues will pay for the food and all the vet bills. You just get the fun of owning a dog without the expense. So maybe if you've got a little bit of room in your house and you can take another dog, or maybe you just want to learn and see if you would like to have a dog, look into foster programs with some of the rescues that are around. Neil Hennessy, owner of Ocala Dog Ranch.
Got my video.
Foster a dog if you can. You may not be in a position where you can permanently take a dog into your home. Quite understandable. People have situations where they travel a lot and things like that, but there are so many fosters out there. And then if you're a foster fail, it's great. Then you get to give the dog a permanent home.
Oh, that's what a foster fail
is. Quick shout out to Good Apple Equine Consignment, who were so wonderful when I went in there on Saturday, to helping me find chaps. I could not even zip them. They zipped me in. They helped me out. I kept getting tassels all caught up in things. They were so wonderful. I managed to get myself a pair of chaps for the great Florida
I heard
cattle
Eddie
drive.
I heard Eddie had a good time helping you with this.
You had to record it all. But thank you, Georgia. Good Apple. I know a lot of people think of Good Apple as mostly English attire, but Good Apple Equine Consignment in Ocala is also Western, and they have lots of Western. I got a nice Western belt buckle. I'm probably the only person who left there with a stock tie for hunting, a belt buckle, some chaps.
Chaps.
Oh, I don't like that. Sounds weird. Anyway, thank you, Georgia. Check them out in Ocala. Good Apple Consignment. And talking about that, did you know I'm going on the great Florida cattle drive?
Oh.
I'm really excited. It's next week. It's too late to sign up for this one, but it's going to be going on, and we're going to be sharing all of that with you on social media. Equus Television are going to run that special series on all smart TV networks and share kind of this from the reality perspective. So a little bit more like a reality show, kind of the life in a tent with no running water and traveling 80 miles across the state of Florida on a horse.
With some monkey butt
With
in your
some
tent.
horse talk show monkey butt. Well, it's funny you should say that, because I'm creating my own monkey butt powder out of all organic ingredients, bottling it, and smash wraps are wrapping the bottles so that I can deliver them with the Piranha Odor Whey. So you're going to get a bottle of Piranha Odor Whey and a bottle of Louisa's Horse Talk Show organic version of monkey butt.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that fun?
Capitalizing on this.
Yeah, so it's funny you should bring that up, but that's my little gift. Hey, I want to do a shout out for another favourite friend of mine, Banjo the Water Buffalo and friends. Shane Coon and Callie Sue Edwards have this amazing buffalo. I know I've galloped it and won a race on it. It's rather fun. Cantered it. Check them out. Find them at Banjo the Water Buffalo at Facebook and Instagram, and you can call or text and book 352-427-1341 if you would like to book Banjo the Water Buffalo for your event or rodeo. He is the most fun. Check him out. February 1st is just around the corner, which is the next Hunter Pace at Misty Morning Hounds. You can ride the beautiful Perry Plantation over the jumps or flat. It's at any age group. And thank you so much, Larson Hay, for supporting this wonderful event. Even if you have a mule, you can do it. Ooh. It's so much fun. It's great for eventers. It's the best experience, probably the most beautiful piece of property I've been on since I lived in America. And so check it out. That's February 1st. Be at Misty Morning Hounds at the Perry Plantation. Early in the morning, get registered, get set up. All you need is negative Coggins. You can come Western or English. Wear whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable in. If you're going to go over the jumps, they do require you wearing a helmet. So check that out. Customer Appreciation Day is also not far away. Days, I should say, for Larson Hay. February 13th and 14th. There is no better Valentine's Day gift than hay. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Flowers, chocolates, dinner. No, just give me hay.
Oh, Jenna's already said you can buy me a block of hay any 14th of February you want.
So be appreciated at Larson Hay. As we mentioned earlier with Bob, as we've been mentioning every week, we've been talking about this amazing event that's coming up, the Children's Charity Classic.
Yeah, please come out and join us February 20th at HITS.
Yep.
Gates open 4:30, 6 o'clock, they start the show.
It is a fantastic evening. It's entertaining, it's competitive, it's fun. Costumes on horses. I mean, you can't beat it. And this
I
also...
hope somebody's Yahtzee, and they're all dice. That would be so cool.
It is fantastic. Another wonderful event that's coming up for Vocal, which stands for Voice of Change Animal League. I have a dog from there. They have lovely dogs and cats up for adoption. They are having their 10th annual fur ball. It's boots, black tie, and best friends. This is a fantastic way to help a local charity out that find homes for all these unwanted four-leggeds. And that is Friday, February 27th. So make sure you get your tickets. They'll be on the show with us in a couple of weeks.
And coming March 28th and 29th at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion in Ocala, Florida, the Horseman Symposium. That is like-minded horsemen that are going to talk to you about their take on horses. Linda Pirelli, Ryan Rose, Dr. Emily Rose, Jake Birnbaum, Louis Lucio.
And you!
And me.
Dancing Pete Rhoda. What a lineup, my goodness. And, interestingly enough, quick, got to remember for the love of the horse, the Foundation of the Horse, Sunday, March 29th, they're having the 5K again. You've got to be there. Headed to, guess where? None other than the Florida Horse Park again. Wow, this has been a show all about the Florida Horse Park.
That's right.
You're proudly supporting the Foundation for the Horse, which is a wonderful charity. We're going to be interviewing them too coming up in the next couple of weeks. And that's just about a wrap. Can you believe it? We got through it all. So Ocala's so many incredible horse-related events and charities. We're so blessed to have them all. Whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world,
or not,
happy horsing around till the same time next week.
See ya.